Tell me about your day. Tell me everything that made you so way.
What's up, everyone? I'm Jaren, and today we are talking about The Whale. This movie is directed by Darren Aronofsky, who has done some thought provoking films such as Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan, as we follow the story of a reclusive and morbidly obese English teacher who attempts to reconnect with his estranged teenage daughter. Now, I didn't see a poster, nor did I even watch a trailer, or even heard what the movie was going to be about for that matter, before I started seeing articles and reviews that Brendan Fraser's performance was going to put him in the front runner seat of this year's award season. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I've seen his movies like the Mummy trilogy. I grew up watching comedies like Bedazzled and George of the Jungle, and I did not think for a second that this actor was going to have that kind of range when he hasn't been around the Hollywood scene for quite some time. And holy shit, this movie completely floored me. This is unlike any performance from Brendan Fraser that you've ever seen before, and he completely disappears behind that fat suit and executes the script of the character with so much depth, vulnerability, and soul. Brendan Fraser plays a character named Charlie, and although the movie does center around him, a lot that transpires really peels away at his character like an onion. Whether he's teaching his online English class, gandering at the second bedroom in his apartment that he refuses to enter, struggling with his eating habits or even his health, or reading his favorite essay, which is Moby Dick. A lot of this is played out for context, not necessarily explained to the audience, but every encounter he has throughout the movie really unveils a lot of hard truth. From stage to screen, they got the original writer Samuel D. Hunter to pen the screenplay for this, and it moves exactly like a play. And the dynamic in which he blocks a lot of his characters around Charlie is quite brilliant, and it keeps the emotions rich and heightened in such a small apartment, kind of like what they did with the screen adaptation of Fences with that whole backyard setting. No matter what kind of story it is, whether it's a small or large scope, Darren Aronofsky has a way of incorporating a dark and grimy atmosphere around his characters, whether that would be dim lit interior shots to like occasionally bright, oversaturated exterior shots. A nice little throwback signature of Aronofsky would have to be Requiem for a Dream, and this would incorporate to The Whale, in which there are moments or sequences, very small ones, that Brendan Fraser's character would just binge eat in self loathing, and it was really difficult to watch. Ah, there's even a horrendous throwback to Aronofsky's Mother, which is a movie I fucking despise. And this is all with the religious angles, and this is all delivered by Ty Simpkins' character, and it comes off very one sided, very heavy handed, preachy, and in your face, fucking annoying. This is an arc that truly bogs down the film. And I do feel, though, that when Brendan Fraser's character does challenge Ty Simpkins, it really does feel earned at the end of it. A true challenge that the audience will probably have would be Ellie. This is Charlie's daughter, who is played by Sadie Sink, and she comes in very brash, very sharp, and relentless. She's consistently taking shots at her father at how horrible of a person he is, whether that would be emotionally or physically. And even when Fraser's character responds in remorse and tries to set her on the right path, she comes back swinging. And it leaves the Charlie character in ruins, and she's just a horrible human being. Fraser and Sink are practically oil and water, but their performances together, all their scenes, are so explosive. The performances that are going to be overlooked during award season yet should be recognized are by Hong Chow and Samantha Morton. Chow plays Charlie's best friend who really cares for him with tough love. As a nurse, she monitors his health, yet does not skimp on bringing him a whole ass bucket of fried chicken. And I adore their chemistry. They have some of the best scenes in the entire movie. Morton, on the other hand, plays Charlie's ex slash Ellie's mother, and she is a nice middle ground between the two. And she could be coming off as sympathetic and understanding in one moment to being very defensive and hell bent on having the last word. And I gotta say, with the argument and heart to heart sequence that Fraser and Morton have, was just as moving and powerful as the scene with Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver in Marriage Story. Overall, I do think I like this movie more than the critics have credited for. The story does ask to be humble and kind to one another and to oneself. And even though we might have a skewered view of life and the world, people are still amazing. All right, guys, that's all I got to say about that movie. If it is playing at your local movie theater or if you guys can stream it, please go check it out. Support this movie. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Look forward to more reviews. I am Jaren Ugbanawag, and I will see you guys at the movies. Take care.
When you've had a bad day, take it out on me. Take it out.